I'm here in the Supreme Court chambers with the 7 Supreme Court justices. So, how do you feel now the case is over?
The case went pretty well. Both the attorneys, both the appellant and the respondents, and the attorneys were very well prepared. They spent a lot of time on their cases, and it really paid off today. Also, all the justices asked excellent probing questions, and the arguments were very interesting.
As you can see, the Supreme Court is a well kept secret, despite its controversial cases, intense debates, and future power attorneys. It's obvious that our judicial branch is an important piece of youth in government. If you'd like to find out the results of the televised case, find out Sunday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Autumn Briand signing out.
I'm Peter McCormack with KYNG TV. Delegates have endured 2 training and election bobs filled with lukewarm showers, desolate barracks, and record low temperatures. At least we got to wear our jeans. We've traded our jeans for suits, but the upgrade from Camp Roberts to Sacramento has been a much appreciated one. Y-Line decided to take an in-depth look at Sacramento, the home of youth in government. Youth in government actually had its beginnings in 1936 in Albany, New York. It was initiated in California in 1949. There were a paltry 145 delegates from 47 delegations. They stayed in the Senator Hotel for 2 days, whereas delegates now stay in the Hyatt and Sheraton for 4. This lively and vibrant city is normally filled with businessmen and government officials. The city slows down significantly once the business day is over. But when Youth in Gov comes to town, the energy is always up. Yet getting the delegates to their hotels is a production in itself. Whether it was by plane, train, or automobile, delegations began to get here Wednesday.
Well, we have sort of a small delegation, only 11 delegates, so it actually wasn't too big of a deal. We made our arrangements, and we had a 6 a.m. flight, so we had to be at the airport very early, but...
Around 2,000 delegates take part in Youth in Gov. How could the hotels contain them? I sat down with Brian King, Associate Director of Sales at the Hyatt, to find out.
I mean, we're used to having groups in the hotel, but the YMCA group brings just a new energy, a youthful energy, quite frankly, to the lobby area, to the hotel, and it's exciting to be here for the weekend.
Once advisors checked in to make sure the delegates were where they needed to be, they had busy days of their own.
Well, the advisors have some meetings. We go around and make sure that we know what's going on for the weekend and we're ready to be helpful for you guys and the program staff. And then my fellow advisors and I spend a lot of time going around and checking out all the program areas where our delegates are, cheering for our bill, seeing how our delegates' NIC proposals are doing, and just being envious of the good time that you guys are having.
As you know, when Youth in Gov comes to Sacramento, we take over the Capitol. Part of that includes kicking government officials out of their own building. After several hours of long work, the delegates were set free. One of the most popular pastimes was food. Popular hotspots were places such as the Starbucks inside the convention center.
We went to P.F. Chang's, and
P.F. Chang's, how was that?
it was really good. We went with a group of like 20 people from our delegation.
With such an influx of patrons, restaurants man the battle stations. But oddly enough, most restaurants seem to welcome all of the delegates.
Ambrosia, we love the young government kids coming in. They're a pleasure.
Some restaurants, such as Cafe Dolce, even extended their hours because of YNG. So you guys have extra hours when Youth in Gov is here?
Yes, we're usually open just for breakfast and lunch, but when you're here, we're open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Others, like Upper Crust Pizza, go so far as to set up a specialized menu for the Youth in Gov delegates. All you can eat for just $8. Delicious. With their bellies full, delegates went out on the town. K Street Mall was a common outlet for both delegates and wallets alike. The record store on K Street was a focal point for many YNG shoppers. A unique concept, it provides delegates with the chance to experience the music as our parents did.
We don't make any changes because we like our atmosphere just to be as real as possible. We don't necessarily try to find out when you guys are coming. Like, oh my God, you guys are coming. Let's go ahead and do this. No, we keep just the same environment. That way, if you guys come without Youth in Government, it'll still be the same. You'll be treated the same, having fun and everything like that.
Delegates also frequented nearby movie theaters when they were free for large chunks of time. Okay, what have you guys been up to in your stay in Sacramento?
Well, we walked down K Street and went to the mall.
We did some IMAX, saw a couple films.
Yeah, we went to P.F. Chang's, and
P.F. Chang's, how was that?
it was really good. We went with a group of like 20 people from our delegation.
Some delicious chow mein.
Okay, what affected your decision, like where you're going to eat, where you're shopping, that kind of stuff?
For some of our decisions, we just went where our friends were going, and then recommendation.
We usually just walk around and see places and then look we just go wherever we want.
The youth and government staff also provided the delegates with nightly activities. On Thursday, our convention center was covered in bounce houses. KYNG was given a sneak preview of the night's events, and we took full advantage. After having our fun, KYNG TV spoke with John Jay, who was in charge of the night's festivities. After a lengthy setup, Jay said that the 10-year tradition was a much-anticipated one. Seeing as hundreds of delegates flocked the convention center, this reporter would tend to agree.
Well, we have a crew come in that actually puts the whole thing together for us. So they spend about 2 hours actually placing everything where it needs to be, and then we come in and we make a few minor adjustments ourselves.
When do I not have a good time in the bounce house? Amazing. Best night of the week.
Okay, so it's an amazing bounce house.
Yes.
Rue, which one has been your favorite bounce house thus far?
I'm going to have to say personal favorite. It's going to be the thing where you knock each other off. I kind of rocket it, like I rocket life, and I play by roll number 76, play like a champion, always.
The annual Governor's Ball was another fantastic opportunity for delegates to kick back, relax, and dance the night away. Though the delegates clearly enjoy the run of the town, what effect do we have on Sacramento? Economically, we're clearly a boost. When delegates were asked how much money they were prepared to spend at SAC, this is what they had to say.
I brought like a little over 100, and then I have a credit card too, just in case.
Yeah, pretty much the same as her. Probably I brought around $90 for food and stuff, and I'm trying to save it so that way I can buy more stuff.
Food-wise, I'm hoping to spend 50 to 60, you know. And then for fun things like clothes and records and stuff, who knows?
Probably like close to $100 each person, per person, yeah.
But more than that, Youth and Gov brings an intangible energy to the town. The excitement courses through the inhabitants. So much so, in fact, that they don't even mind having us here.
Forward to it sometimes, but like sometimes we like really don't pay attention.
Yeah, like sometimes like we like try to like go shopping and all that. We're not really into the world.
One thing in Sacramento was certain: the business attire was hard to miss. In a somewhat urban city, the delegates, advisors, and even locals could all agree. I have one final question. How do you feel about dressing in the suit?
I love a suit.
Youth and Government has spent an exhilarating 4 days in Sacramento. The food was good, the entertainment was great, but the memories are eternal. Every year, Sacramento is changed by the Youth and Government program. I can't wait to see what happens next year. This has been Peter McCormack reporting for Y-Line.